Hello, I'm Hollis from Hollis's RC Lab, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my homemade flight simulator setup, at least what I have so far. I don't think this is going to be the final version. This is just my current version, which I've 3D printed all the mechanisms that I designed myself, so I might release the CAD files for it later so you guys can make this yourself. The main body of this flight sim is made of foam boarding. It's not like a full flight sim setup. It's just like a yoke and throttle and then rudder pedals. So now I'll get it so you guys can see. And so this is the main part right here, which is the yoke setup. And then it also has the throttle piece with buttons on it. So as you can see, it's just pretty basic right now. I haven't 3D printed too much, just like the mechanism itself. So there's a lot of improvement I could do for in the future. Then the final part is just these rudder pedals right here, which as you can probably tell are fully 3D printed. And you just push down one and move this potentiometer right here. And yeah, so that works like that. So these work well. I think I will do another design of these in the future because they seem to be a little flimsy and I want to improve on that. So that'll be one thing I'll be working on in the future, and I'll probably do a video on it if this video does well. So we'll see. Then yeah, the yoke, just the box itself doesn't look the best, but like moves forwards and backwards, and turns and stuff. And I have a gear system on it, so it has about the same amount of movement as the Cessna 152 in Microsoft Flight Sim, which is one of my favorite planes to fly around. I just like cruising around slowly. So I did a live stream the other day. Unfortunately, in that live stream, the audio was really low, so yeah, that was unfortunate. But I fly around a Cessna 152 in that video, or live stream. And then the final piece is just the throttle, which just moves as you would expect it. And there's two buttons on the throttle thing. Another thing I didn't mention is that there are two buttons on the yoke. And I just use this for light, brake, parking brake on the throttle, and landing gear. So yeah, that's what I use stuff for. I can add more buttons in the future, I just haven't really needed them. The one thing that makes this a little difficult to build is I used an IC a remote control thing from an IC flight simulator board in this. I can't really show it to you obviously because of the box. So I think you could also use an Arduino. I want to experiment with that in the future, but currently I don't have it working with an Arduino or something. So if you build this yourself, you'd need to know like Arduino programming or something. You know if they can work with potentiometers. Otherwise, you'd probably need to get like a flight sim remote control for an IC simulator. Use that, but that's just one drawback. So yeah, and I've been using this for a couple months now, and a month about now, and it's been working great. So now I'll just probably do some footage of me flying, and just get some shots of me using this. So just enjoy the rest of the video.
Okay, so now that I've gone over like what it actually looks like and how it works and stuff, I am going to show you the CAD files. So this is the yoke. This is actually all that I have designed. The rest is just made of foam board. In the future, I might actually 3D print the whole like box and stuff that's in. But currently, this is what I have, just the mechanism. So as you can see, this is the yoke piece itself, which is made up of 6 pieces, and they just get attached together. And there's a cutout right in the, uh, here, basically between these two pieces, that can be cut out to make, but no, that can't be cut. That is cut out to leave room for the two buttons. Then next we have the gears, like right here. that I use to get down to spin the right amount. Then it has two bangs there that spins this, and then it's just like the gears here. There's a potentiometer here, along with right there that I use to move it and measure the signal. And then I send that to the control board, which sends it to the computer. These things right here are actually bearings. They're just the models I made of them. So those don't actually get printed, but everything else gets printed. And this just slides really well and turns nicely. So now just move on to the rudder pedals. So for the rudder pedals, this is what I have. It's just these pieces that rotate on two banks there. Then there's control rods that go between these two pieces, which then gets set into a potentiometer which has a spring, so it automatically centers it. I might want to beef up this one at some point because it's a little bit flimsy at some point, but normally it works pretty well. So these are the designs. I'm trying to decide if I should release the CAD files because they're still work in progress, kind of, and I can still want to improve on them. If you think I should, just please tell me in the comment. And if this gets lots of views, I'll definitely try and improve them more and maybe do more videos. I'm planning to do the rudder pedals later, and I'll probably do a video on that and the design process and stuff. So if you're looking forward to seeing a video like that, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already. So yeah, this is just the rudder pedal design. And now just move on to flight footage and actual usage footage. Won't have any voiceover or anything, so this is the last time I'll be talking in this video. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all for this video. Bye.